Hi everyone, we saw some more seeds because it's the middle of February, so you know a lot of places you can sow now, and there are varieties of things you can sow. Like I said before, if you haven't got a greenhouse or a cold frame, just ease off on sowing lots of things, because you could put them out and a big frost could come. So you just have to be a bit wary. I'm not saying don't go ahead, because there are a lot of things that can handle the cold. So I'm going to sow some spring onions. So I'm going to sow some now, and I'm going to sow some probably in about 6 weeks, and some beetroot as well, because beetroot you can start sowing in trays. And I've also got some spring onions, because the onion seeds I sowed a few videos ago. They're quite spacey on the germination, so I'm not going to put all my eggs in one basket and just solely go off them. So a friend of mine, he got a load of onion sets, and he got too many, so he said, "Do you want half of these?" And I went, "Well, yeah, go on then, I'll have them." So I think the variety is Sowing. I think I'll have to ring them and check, but I think that, that's what he usually grows anyway. Right, so I've got some cell trays here already ready for these onion sets, so I'll bring the camera in a bit closer so you can see what I do with these. Right, no master plan to this, it's just multi-purpose compost. It's not so much seed compost, because obviously with sets it doesn't need to be so fine grade. As long as it's, I put some vermiculite in it just to help with the drainage, because they're only going to be in this for a little while and then they're going to plant it in the ground. It's just to start them, see, if you put them in the ground outside and it's a bit cold, some of them could struggle, and you might end up with a row of onion sets with lots of failed germination. I can't stand gaps in my rows. It's something that bugs me, it shouldn't do. Like I said, these are freebies for me, so I'm not to shy away from a freebie. So basically I've got a 40 cell tray, and I'll just push like a pencil just to give me like a central borehole, so I don't damage the root plate, which is it's quite a fragile area, so if you damage that then it can cause problems. It allows rot and all that lot in. So it looks like he's actually cleaned these, because they usually have like really papery skins on, but they're quite clean, to be honest. There's some that are a bit like peeled, but we'll see what happens. Right, so just again, I'm not going to push them right in, just to nestle them in, because it's only to get them to put some roots out. So it's not real rocket science with these. They usually are pretty reliable. As long as you remember which way to plant them, it's got to be that root plate side down, and then you get this top bit, it has to be up. Now, like I said in videos about onions before regarding onion sets, if you're planting outside, I would put a little net over them, because birds come along and tug them out. So I mean, it's like with these, as they grow roots, some of them might push up, you just nestle them back in, and they're fine. They don't take long, a couple of weeks and that, and you start seeing a green shoot appearing. These are okay to go out in a cold frame, or in a polytunnel or anything like that. They're okay for a few days indoors. It's just you don't want to be going from indoor temperature to putting them straight outside, because the day you plant them outside there might be a hard frost that night. And obviously they won't be quite used to that. But these have been in the shed, so because they are cold anyway. So that should be okay. Like, these are just going to go straight in the polytunnel outside. No cover over the top and nothing. If there is a hard frost that comes, usually anything that I've got out there, I just throw a little fleece over the top of it. If you haven't got a fleece, if it's a cold night, there's nothing stopping you just to lay a sheet of newspaper over it. They're very different sizes, these, some tiny ones. He's probably picked through and got the better ones, and then like I say, they are free, I don't mind. You know, whatever I don't use, you know, there's always people at the allotment, you know, that I give, you know, give any surplus seedlings. You know, they always find a home. So this is one of the easier things to plant also, I suppose. Usually always reliable. So I've got none to show you here to demonstrate, but when you get your sets, if you've got any that are soft and squidgy, you know, or look very not in good condition, discard them, just in case they're harbouring something a little bit more, a bit worse. We did say there was about 75 here, so I'll soon say, because I've only filled up 75 modules. Yeah, these aren't going to get any special treatment or anything. They're going to be probably quite planted quite closely. Oh, I hope I've got an extra one here. I'll get rid of one of these pale ones and I'll put that in. So that's all I'm going to do with them. The compost was already pre-dampened. I say they're just going to chuck some roots out in there. You know, I might water them in a week or two. I'm just going to go straight in the pod, so like that. So that's the onion sets. Like I say, I think they're stirring. I don't know, I need to check. I'll put them all out now. Right, next thing, I need to get a tray filled with some compost. So this compost, it has been slightly dampened, but it's nowhere near damp enough. Just load your tray up. I tend to not like pressing it down too much, because this is pretty fine compost. It's not like it's got massive lumps in it. Bang down under its own weight. And that should do for that. Right, so what I'm going to do now is over half of it. I'm just going to, because I'm going to sow half spring onion, half beetroot on this tray. Obviously this side's going to move spring onions, that's going to move beetroot. And then, so I'll sow my beetroot first, my fan seeds. Right here. Right, beetroot. Quite a big seed, so if you're a bit what's it with your fingers, then beetroot's a good thing to grow. It says, you know, till mid-March, stuff like that, but say if you're doing things under cover, you're not so bad. Right, so I'm just going to drop 2 into each one. I say 2, but you might end up with the odd one, get 3 in or something, but it doesn't matter. You know, any of these cells, if you look a little bit low on compost, you know, you can always just get bits like these ones at this end, just a little bit on the low side, just top them up and kind of level it out. Doesn't have to be too perfect with beetroot because it's quite a robust seed. time of year now where it's starting to get all mind starts ticking about plans for this year. You know, you just hope it's a good season. You think get things sown in time and you're already good to go. All you're waiting for then is the weather to just warm up that little bit more, and then it's good to go. Because you always think, oh, I'll leave it, I'll do it tomorrow. Well, you know it's March and then into April and you think I've got nothing sown. So all we do with these now is just push them down. Sort of like just to press them into the surface. And I'll leave them like that. I'm just going to use my finger on these other ones here and just put an indentation in the middle. You know, only probably 5–10 mm deep. You could probably use, you know, like a large end of a dibber to just make an indentation. Now these, I mean, White Lisbon is a good spring onion to grow. These are called, what's it called? It's called Ishikura, I think they're called. I did half and half last year. I did half these and half White Lisbon, and you know, these are nice seeds. I've got a new pack of these seeds as well. So all we do with these is get little clusters of seeds. You know, maybe anything up to 5 seeds in each one. And then it's just it's quite convenient when you pull in the small bunches up. The trick is trying to get things to grow in succession. That can be quite tricky, you know, because I have a tendency to sow in large amounts and then I end up with too much. That's them all done. Now what I'm going to do is, like I say, it's already been sieved, this compost. Just scatter it over the top. And over the beetroot as well. Plenty on, make sure there's any wet lumps around, and just wipe the top off. Like that. Just this compost out of the way, getting water absolutely everywhere. You know, all I use for watering is I have a bottle with a cap on it. In like a magazine, you buy them online, a couple of quid, just like a little normal pop bottle, screw the top on that, just quickly give them a bit of a drink. And you can self-seed tray, pop them in, like so. Get a different one, because that's more for actual pots. Find a shallow one. lid over that, and that's it, that's that done. Over that Onins. Good to go. Nails down the windowsill, doors, until I start seeing some movement, and then I'll go outside. Right, what else I've got to sow? I've got some shallots. So look, yeah, do some shallots, because I'm going to do them a little bit differently. Than what I've done onions and stuff like that in the past. Should have enough compost there to fill another tray. A 40 tray. Load it up. Bump down. Right, I think I'm going to give this a quick, very quick water. Water off the top there. Right, so I'm using my trusty Sharpie to put little tiny indentations in the middle of this. So obviously now that seed compost has settled down a bit, you don't want to be planting things too deep. Then again, you don't want to be planting things too shallow, you know, because you don't got a lid on it, they are quite prone to drying out. That's 40 now. These are Zabroom. These are. I've never grown shallots before, so I thought it's about time. Yeah, because it's supposed to store pretty well, so I usually grow some like onions called kaffir onions, which I suppose they look a bit like a big shallot, I suppose. Right, so these are going to have just 1 or 2 per station. And they'll obviously they'll just end up with 1. Word of advice, make sure your fingers are pretty dry when you do this, because it can kind of stick to your fingers. Let's hope these germinate okay. I have had a bad batch of seeds this year, to be honest. I had some red onions called Red Brunswick, and I sowed them exactly the same way I sowed another variety of onion. The trays were kept side by side, and I think it was 48. I think I got about 35 of the normal onions, just 4 of the Red Brunswick. So just goes to show, you know, you can get bad seeds. You know, it wasn't like they were from a cheap company either. You know, I'm not going to say where I got them from, you know, because I do get seeds off lots of different places. I used to just get everything off one place, but sometimes some places just charge so much. Nothing will do for that. Pen I'll put back in there because the spring onions in there. That's that. Right, so what I'm going to do with these, I'm going to use this sieve just to layer it out fine, just to make sure. Wipe any excess off. And then just give it another very quick water. Just to settle it. I'm going to tag. And these are Beetroot Shallots. That's 16. Right, so I won't get another tray. Like so. Pop a lid on it, put the tag in first. There's that. Yep. All good to go. Right, so that's the onion sets, spring onions, beetroot and shallots all sown. So still some more seeds to sow, which will be in another video. So that's it for this video. So thanks for watching, take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye.